What's up, y'all? It's the most entertaining Eagles content creator in the game. Your boy, Mizzy Mez, CoolCat-Mitch, YouTube representing the birds. Before we start this video, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the CoolCat-Mitch channel. Also, subscribe to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel with me, someone with the sports, Philly Notion, One Trey Rock, King DV, and Smitty. Also, subscribe to the CoolCat-Mitch YouTube channel with me and MK-Mitch Kowalski. And also, subscribe to the Y.S.D.B YouTube channel where I deal with them straight rats, the Dallas Cowboys. So please, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the CoolCat-Mitch, Birds of Broad Street, Y.S.D.B, and the CoolCat-Mitch YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and enjoy the video.
Okay. Why did it take so long?
Can you guys lower the phone, please?
I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do.
Honestly, the reason why I didn't speak to the media after the game because I didn't want to be negative. I had already transitioned to the mindset where we were going through a tough time, and so me personally, the person I am, who just know I just have to go back to work. And ain't nothing I could do about it. And like I said after the game, I said I was raised. If I had nothing nice to say, I'm not going to say nothing at all. So I'm not just about to continue to compound the negative with the negative. So you guys can write more negative stuff. Like, you guys watch the game too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you guys already know. So that's why I was like, there's nothing more that I can say, I'm not trying to make it worse than what it is. And so, and then on top of that, everything that I do, if I say something, I do anything, I'm classified as a monster, honestly, and it's honestly the opposite. You saw my frustration on the field. It wasn't about the play call. It wasn't about none of that. It was about my guy getting banged up, and I'm gonna need Smitty moving forward, and but that was it. I apologize to my teammates today, because they shouldn't have to answer questions on my behalf. I'm a man. I can speak for myself. I was actually looking forward to seeing one of the reporters here today because I wanted to ask him a question. I'm still going to say the question because he wrote a story, and I did read the story. It was about he said a veteran said something about me and this and that. So I was going to ask him, who is the veteran? Because I know who I am, and I know that's not, you can portray me however you want to portray me, but what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like, I know who I am, and so I try to be careful what I say because you guys still gonna write it up however you want to write it up. I was a journalism major, like that's what your job, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not upset at none of y'all or whatever, but I just what comes with it. So
Why did you feel the need to apologize to
people? Because to me, honestly, because I felt like I was doing the right thing. I was doing the right thing as a captain, and by not compounding the negative with the negative. Like, we're going through tough times, so I don't want to continue to be negative. And and it took me a couple of days to realize, like, my teammates are answering questions on my behalf. I can speak for myself. I'm a man. So yeah.
You mentioned that the Devontae's injury was a reason for frustration at that moment. Have there been other reasons for frustration that we've seen?
Of course. I think that's another thing too. Another thing why I wanted to apologize too, because all you see is A.J. Brown frustrated with the Eagles. AJ this, AJ that. But everybody in the locker room was frustrated. So why are you singling me out because I'm frustrated? Like, just because I'm shaking my head, I'm showing emotion. You can look at everybody in the stadium has bad body language. They're frustrated, And so, yeah, I wanted to clear that up because it's not about me. Like, we all frustrated. So I wanted to clear that up. And your question was?
No, about the other sources of the frustration.
Yeah, because I want to win. Like, I want to win, and I'm trying to do everything in my power to win. Like, I wake up before the sun come up. I go home when the sun is past hours after the sun has gone down. Like, this is our life. We dedicate our whole entire life to this shit. I'm sorry, I'm cursing, but it's serious to us. You know what I'm saying? And so it comes with frustration because if one man goes the wrong way, a half inch, the play is over. It doesn't work, and that's what happens. And that's what actually happened that last drive. You know, that Brian is getting crucified on the play call or whatever. That second play, if somebody goes the left and block a certain person, it's a 30-yard touchdown by Jalen. He runs in. So that's why it's the greatest game that's the greatest game it is today, because it takes all 11 to be on the same page. And one person mess up, the whole play is over.
AJ, for the people that question whether you're upset with targets, and you talked about a reporter addressing things, how do you address that when you hear people questioning that you're upset because it's kind of an individual thing?
You know, I already kind of addressed that, but you know, that's something I can't really control. You know, honestly, man, I don't even ask for the ball in the game. I don't even talk to Brian. I don't say nothing to nobody. Like, Smitty is the one vocal. He's the more vocal one. Y'all don't even see that. But I don't say nothing during the game. I don't ask for the ball, like, you know, but you know, if a wide receiver says anything, then, oh, he's classified as a diva, he's want the ball. No, like, maybe I'm holding my teammates accountable, you know, like we have those tough conversations. But if a quarterback does it, then don't nobody say nothing. But if a receiver does it, then it's the end of the world, you know. But you know, that is what it is, and I can't control that. You know, I know who I am, and I try to push my teammates, you know, and I'm not gonna change who I am, you know, and that's what it is.
You spoke to everybody before. Frustrated, and you mentioned you're all frustrated. You talk about the conversations. How do you manage the frustrations when y'all are looking over what to fix in the offense and just talking to the coaches, the players in between? Because you know, with frustrations, how do you manage that?
With everything else you do with your life, you know, you have to continue to press forward, you know, and I think that's what we're doing, you know. Just putting one foot in front of the other, going back to work, because that's what it comes down to anyway. No talking. You can talk about it all day, but until you go on the practice field and you put in that work and you grind, that's the only way you're going to get out of a rut. And so right now, yeah, we got knocked down. Okay, we're going to get back up. If we get knocked down again, we're going to get back up. That's just what it does. And that's actually what we're trying to do. And that's all that we're doing. So,
AJ, what's your relationship with Nick and Jalen? You three have won a lot since you got here. This is probably the toughest stretch you've been through. What have you learned about your relationship with Nick and Jalen during this kind of down point?
I can tell you that there may be things that Nick probably want to fix about himself, and I'll say, but one thing I can't respect, loyalty is not one of them. And I say that because he takes up for us when it has nothing to do with him, and he gets the blame. But that comes with his job, you know. And sometimes Jalen does the same thing, and just like Brian, he get the wrong end of the stick sometimes when it be us. But because like I said today, the coaches played 0 snaps this year. It is not the coaches, it is us. And so, like I said, if one person goes the wrong way, the whole play is over with. And as you guys see, it is glimpse. It is highs and lows. It goes just like this. And so that's why I feel like honestly I feel like we are close. We are close to continue to getting better and continue to take that next step. You know, with all this freaking adversity, we right there. That's what happens when you're trying to get to the next step. Gravity pulls against you. Everything pulls against you, and I think that's what this team is going through right now. And I think once we fight through that, push through that, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be right where we need to be. Because I know we got great people in this locker room. We got good people.
Nick talked about the
What it takes, like I said, it takes going to work, practicing, you know, holding each other accountable. It's just putting in that work. That's simple.
Nick's talked about the conversations that you guys have had the last couple of weeks. I guess how would you characterize those conversations? How do you feel coming out of them?
I felt fine. Like people say I'm beefing with Nick. I'm not mad at Nick. I'm not mad at nobody. Like we have a great relationship. Like I said, like I got a ton of respect for Nick. Cause like I said, he take up for us when it be us, you know. And I even say, for example, I'm gonna get detailed. For example, I know that's what y'all want anyway, but I'm gonna get detailed. Like for the Seattle game, that was on us. Like we messed that up. we improvised and we went on our own. And Nick came out and said, "Oh, I wanted to try to get a flag or something crazy like that." Like he really made himself look like a fool for us. I have nothing but respect for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because not all coaches do that. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, we ride with Nick. We ride with Brian. We just got to come out. We just got to play ball. That's all it is. It's either one person messing up or something like that. And I'm not saying that somebody just trying to mess up, but it happens. We human. You know what I'm saying? So like, but like I said, it's highs and lows, and you see the glimpses. So that's why I'm like, we right there. We right there. Despite everything, despite everybody saying this or saying that, like we right there. And we know we are. And that's the only thing that matters is we know. We know. You can say whatever you want to say. But when the shit happens, then it's going to be like, oh, what is going on? Oh. What if it don't happen, then we're going to try again. That's just what it is, and that's how you have to approach life.
AJ, what was the reception when after everybody was
the players that are the ones not going to make the plays. Does everybody in this locker room feel that way?
I can't speak for everybody. I can't speak for everybody right now, but they don't play. Do the coaches play? Have you seen a coach on film play? So there shouldn't be no question about it. Honestly.
AJ, when you look at the way that these guys,
and I'm not calling out. I'm not just bashing my team or nothing that. But I'm just saying. But like, like, you shouldn't blame nobody who don't lace their cleats up. So I'm not saying that we are blaming or whoever media blaming. I'm just saying we play.
When it comes to Jalen,
You okay?
what are the pluses and if there are any drawbacks of being essentially best friends with the quarterback when you're going through some less than ideal time?
I think, honestly, with being friends, I think conversations get blown out of proportion. You know, sometimes it may look heated than what it really may be. You know, and nowadays everything is broadcast. If we have a conversation and we're arguing, I'm arguing about targets or something like that, and in reality, it's something that we may saw or he didn't see or I didn't see, or something was said, and that'd be the end of it. You know, it doesn't be that deep. But the media, the reporters say whatever, on the TV, the commentators say whatever, the whole world go with it. And that's just how it happens. So
when you look at the way that they,
AJ, you said you're not complaining about targets, but you haven't had 100-yard receiver during the past 4 games. You haven't had a touchdown during this losing streak, and you only had one target in the second half. Isn't targeting you part of the solution here?
I mean, I'm always say, like I said last year, if you throw me the ball 105 times, I'm going to win 106 times. That's me as a wide receiver because I feel like I could change the game in the moment. But if I don't get the ball, all right, he may felt like that was best. So there's nothing I can do about it. Like I said, I was not mad about the call or whatever. I was upset at my partner going down. I saw he got rolled up, and now because I know I'm gonna need Smitty down the stretch. So that's what it was, and people may not believe that, but I don't care. Shit, at this point, like I don't care. You know, I don't care. They gonna create whatever narrative, and like I'm splitting the locker room and all this shit. That's bullshit. And honestly, I'm kind of glad. What's the name? What's the reporter name?
Marcus?
Mark. I'm kind of glad he's not here because I was gonna ask him because I wanted to know like who's saying that because I know my teammates are around for me. They and I'm around for them. And I got that back. So
You
when you
organized a
spoke to
trip
them,
last week.
today when it comes to that.
thank you.
How y'all doing?
Any questions for Jalen?
Jalen, AJ spoke about the reason why he wasn't talking, but he also mentioned that he spoke in front of the team and apologized for the reason. What do you have to say about, what do you think about his apology and the impact that he actually did?
Yeah, he's taking leadership, taking ownership for some of the things that he's been out there, him doing, and I appreciate him having the courage to do that in front of the team.
Your relationship with him during this tough stretch, how has that helped, or how has that how has that been impacted by the recent stretch?
Yeah, I think it's allowed us to just have more conversations, be intentional about what we're doing, and obviously chase the results we want, but it's a process that goes into that.
Most of the criticism goes to quarterback and coach during tough times. What have you noticed about Nick? What stood out about him during this stretch?
He's just got his head down, working, trying to do his best.
AJ mentioned Nick's loyalty, and he had a lot of respect for that. Is that something you sort of see yourself?
I think he's definitely has a way of building his relationships with the players and showing up for the players with his emotion and his passion for the game, and that's all you can ask for.
In a general,
you guys had the conversations. You said it allowed you to have the conversations you needed. How did it do that, and what other ways, when you're trying to have conversations in the right way out of frustrations?
What are you asking?
What's that?
What are you asking?
I'm asking, you said him pausing allowed you guys to have the conversations you need. How do you, in other ways, figure out when to speak when frustrations are happening?
I don't think that necessarily allows us to have a conversation. I just think through tough times, you have to continue to have conversations in order to chase the results that you want, in order to chase the goal in mind. And so whether it's, a winning streak or a tough time, or a good time or a tough time, regardless of what it is, it takes constant communication to try and continue to build. And that's exactly what we're doing.
In general, like, how do you try to keep the guys together, like, focused on turning this around and getting ready for the playoffs, as opposed to kind of what's happened the last, 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, I think it's just, it's as simple as taking ownership for the things that you can control, and committing to giving your best self and being your best self. The daily process, the daily routine of that, and giving it your best. That's what it's all about.
You know AJ better than a lot of people in that locker room, just with your relationship history the way it is. Did he need to apologize in your mind, and how much could that help the team now that he has moving forward?
It was on his heart, so he did what he felt was right, and we're always going to support whatever it is he feels and any other player feels.
At this time last year, you were getting right from an injury, leading into the postseason. How are you different this year, would you say, going into the playoffs?
I don't know. I got the same hunger, maybe a different hunger to achieve what's in front of us, but say that no different.
How different? Like, how so?
Well, you kind of have the taste of getting a taste of something and coming up short in it, and so obviously you love to get there and have an opportunity to do that, but it's one day at a time, and I don't even want to look over this game in front of us, but yeah.
There's an opportunity here, Sunday final regular season game, Dallas and Washington, something has to happen there. How important is it for all of you to play and kind of get things right going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think that's it's just about executing. I don't know how those things look. I'm no coach. I'm no anything like that. But the most important thing we can do is take advantage of our opportunities to execute and execute at a high level when our opportunities are given. And so definitely want to build some good rapport there. And that's the challenge. That's the challenge. Whether it's a must-win game or just another game, they're all equally important. And the objective of every game is just to go out there and execute and do your jobs and ultimately put points on the board. So,
do you get any one-on-one time with Nick throughout the week?
I do.
And is that set like a set thing, or does it just happens random?
It's set.
What day is that?
Next question.
Julio played the third most snaps among the wide receivers. He had the 2 touchdowns. What can he give this offense going into the postseason?
What was your question? I was thinking.
Julio Jones played a bigger role in this past game than he had been playing. What can he give this team going into the postseason?
Hopefully he can give us a boost. He showed up and made big-time plays when the balls come his way. And so giving him the opportunity to do so and letting him take advantage of that, he will.
Jalen, you've talked about setting the temperature for the team. How do you make sure you're not setting it too high, if that makes sense? Like the quest for perfection and to always be hitting a standard and that potentially making things too stressful, or making sure you have the balance where you're enjoying the victories, enjoying the moments, and not being stressed out about hitting the standard.
everybody's different. Everybody's different. You gotta know how to lead different people in different ways. And ultimately, I just try and go out there and set an example, you know. And there is a blessing and a burden to everything.
Makes sense.
Thank you, John.